What's going on YouTube? It's Brazen back here with another video for you guys. If you guys are enjoying the content, if you guys want to hit a like down below, subscribe if you guys are new here, and leave a comment letting me know you subscribe so I can welcome you to the family. And that being said, cue intro. What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another Knockout City video for you guys. Here today we're going to be going over 5 tips and tricks for Knockout City that'll help you become a pro very quickly. These are all very simple to do and very simple to learn, but using these will help you a ton. So we're going to go ahead and hop right into it. Number 1 is going to be your settings. Now, settings is by far the most important. The reason is pretty much any game you play, you want to make sure your settings are to your liking. So default, it does say is 5, so you can switch your sensitivity for your cameras, which would be basically the same as, you know, any first-person shooter. Depending on your sensitivity will help you turn faster, but also your aim may be a little worse. You could also adjust the sensitivities for your L2 and R2. Your controller vibration, I always turn off. You could also hold or toggle for all of these. So if you want to go into ball form and you just want to basically, what it means is if I click the button, which is R1 on PlayStation, then that means I would go into ball form. I would have to click R1 to go back into you know, the normal form. But if I have it as hold, that means I just have to hold R1 the whole time I want to be in ball form, which is personally how I like to do it. Sprint is the only one I personally have on toggle. And then you can see pretty much I haven't changed anything over here too much, but I did switch off the sprint blur. So basically, once again, any game, I don't know why you would want motion blur on or sprint blur. So pretty much go ahead and turn that off. Just a couple settings that do help you. It's not going to make you go from, you know, the worst player in the world to the best, but it will definitely benefit you in my personal opinion. So definitely go ahead and do that. So that's definitely going to be number 1 on it. Here you could also switch some mic sensitivities, voice chats, you know, cross plays, whatever the case is if you want to look at that. But really, most importantly, you want the gameplay settings. That's what's going to help you the most as we get into number 2 on the list. Number 2 is going to be ball roll and the ball roll throw. So basically what this means is when you go ahead and hold R1 on PlayStation, or I'm assuming it would be RB on Xbox, what you're going to want to go ahead and do is turn into that ball mode. And basically what you're able to do is let your player or your teammate pick you up instantly as you roll close to them. And if you do hit the opponent, it is an instant kill. It takes out both lives right away. It's basically a very strong technique. Now you do have to be careful because if you do roll too close to the enemy, they can pick you up and throw you off the map or whatever the case is. But it's super strong and super good. Also, if you get charged up enough, your teammate can throw you into the air, and then you basically come down like a precision airstrike or like a predator missile or something like that onto them, and it is also a one-hit kill. Super viable, super good. You know, I'm sure as you get into later in the game, maybe you're playing some league play against strong people, it might not work as well, but it definitely works very well when you're just playing some of the quick matches. So definitely go ahead and try that out with your team. The good news is you don't have to communicate with your team. Like you guys can see, I was just rolling right into my teammates' hands and then basically letting them throw me. That way we didn't have to communicate everything, and it was still working out to the best of our abilities. Number 3 on the list is going to be tackling your opponent. So we can see right here that this dummy does have the ball in his hand. Now, when you get close, it says press square to tackle the dummy. When you go ahead and tackle him, they do lose the ball. As you can see, he was able to rebound it, but he does lose the ball, right? So basically what you can do is you do that, and then you could throw it, right? Which, of course, the dummy is going to catch it a little bit better maybe than most, but you can go ahead and tackle them at any time. Maybe if they're running near a ball, you can go ahead and tackle them as well. It's the same button as your dodge. So if you go away from the enemy, it will just be a dodge, but as you get closer, it will tackle them. It's very useful if maybe you don't have a ball. So let's say I throw this ball over here and I just didn't have a ball. You can go ahead and dodge close, tackle them, get them out of the way, pick up the ball to throw at them and score yourself a point. Just super viable to go ahead and use that as a little tactic. You know, it does help out a ton, especially because it does throw people off guard. And also when I was using it, even if I didn't tackle them, it seemed like when they threw it, they didn't hit me. So maybe go ahead and keep that in mind. And let's just see if it works for you guys as well as it works for me. Number 4 is going to be rebounding the ball. Now that's a very important part of the game as well that is maybe overlooked. So when you do tackle these players, you want to make sure you're able to catch the ball in the air. It's going to make it quicker for you to go ahead and throw it right away. So when this guy does respawn, we will show you if we were to throw this at him and let him keep that right. Let's say we click square on him and we let it bounce. You can see how he's able to get back to it. Let's say we tackle him this way. That way he's not able to run to it, but now we got to pick it up. It's a lot slower and now he's ready to go. Whereas if we go ahead and we tackle him right away and we stand under it, you can even jump on it if you are able to time it right. You can see the shadow underneath to help you rebound better. That's something to keep in mind. So let's go ahead and throw that out. If you see when I tackle him, you'll see the shadow. That's where you want to stand to go ahead and get the ball, and then you can go ahead and throw at him. You can see me just rebounding it, making it super simple on me to go ahead and try to get it done as fast as possible. So make sure you're rebounding correctly. Just follow the shadow. You don't need to look up. It'll make it a lot easier, and you'll get a lot more kills because once you hit him once, you'll be able to try to catch it and throw it at him again. Obviously, the dummies may be better than a normal person, but that it still applies in the same exact way. For number 5, it is going to be playing the training. So I think this is something that is super underrated, I should say, in pretty much any game that puts it out. Obviously, there is going to be some games where you just don't need it. You could always learn or just look up YouTube videos, which is probably why you're watching this video. But doing the training yourself is super helpful. You can see I already did the advanced abilities. It shows you how to move under trains and do some other things. But going ahead and completing all of these is really going to help you understand the whole Knockout City mechanics, how to work everything right. You can see be the ball, overcharge, trick shots, moving and dodging, because this all will play a part into getting better as an overall player. You know, you don't have to do all of these to go ahead and win games or just be good. Obviously, if you want to just play it by yourself and you don't want to do the training, don't do it. Don't do it if you're going to be bored, but it really shouldn't take that long, and it will help you with some knowledge right out the gate. So I advise doing it if you don't mind taking 10 to 20 minutes out of your day to go ahead and get it done. But hopefully these tips do help you guys out. If they do, go ahead and drop a like down below, subscribe, and turn on that post notification bell. Comment with any more questions that you guys may have, any more tips and tricks for anybody that watches this video. And as always, I will see you next time.